Welcome back to All Shops, Great and Small. We had a little setback yesterday. The power was out for 6 hours and I couldn't get down country or up country. So we're going to do a short presentation on something that's near and dear to me. We're going to spend a few minutes on hauling a motorcycle on the back of a van or a motorhome. When I travel, I like to have my motorcycle and my dog whenever possible. This is a rack which is under construction. One of the important things to remember when you're building your rack is that the cartoon with the Roadrunner, with that cloud of dust behind him going down the road, that's real. That's what it's like on the back of a van. There's a cloud, and when you're driving in sloppy, slushy conditions, the motorcycle just gets saturated with salt spray. This is a heavier rack, which we use 2-inch square. Instead of tubing, that's a solid bar that we've welded a receiver on the end of it. But this is filled in between the bumper and the rack, which helps cut down on that slop and slurry. And it gives you a place to put other things like the ramp that you use. When we're talking about trying to protect the motorcycle from the slurry, it's important to remember if you're going to use a cover, that also cuts down the airflow back here, which is very important. This is another little item that I do. When you're unloading a heavy motorcycle that has knobby tires, it can kick the ramp off. And what I do is I use these pins. And that goes in there, and there's no way you're going to tip that ramp off there with a heavy motorcycle. When you're hauling your motorcycle on the back, there's really nothing you can do to protect it. When you put a cover over it, then you should put bungee cords, but then you still get billowing, and it scratches things up, and I guess it's better than nothing, but you still get that spray up under it. It's the same with when you have a scooter. You think, well, it's all enclosed. That stuff gets up in the electricals, it gets in everywhere. It causes shafts to bind up 5 years down the road. This has been hauled on the back of a vehicle for 10 years, and it's I'm just going over some of the things. Rust and corrosion everywhere. Clean it up with a wire brush and then put a little touch-up paint on, but taking the brakes apart and all that, like I say, that grime, and it just gets everywhere. Now, the one thing you can do that's easy, before you take off with it on the back, spray it down good with silicone sealant spray. The watercraft manufacturers all recommend that inside the engine compartment. Well, I don't know whether they all did, but Yamaha did. So here, you can spray this down with some silicone. Of course, you keep it off the brake rotors and the calipers, but it doesn't hurt anything, the paint, and it really protects all the fasteners and all, and then it makes it easier to clean up when you want to spray it off then. This is another little item I do on the bikes I haul. I put these ears up here so you don't have to mess around with the hooks going around soft loops on the handlebars, and you don't scratch your handlebars up. I spent a good day on it, cleaning it up and touching it up and greasing things and all. And that's just one of the things you're going to have to accept if you haul your motorcycle on the back of a big boxy vehicle, because the spray and everything is just a cloud behind it, and it will get in everything. But that's just one of the price you have to pay to have your motorcycle with you. We hope this storm we just had isn't the beginning of a long, long winter. But we'll get down off the mountain here and we'll get into some new adventures. I want to thank you for being with us, and check us out on YouTube. All Shops, Great and Small, or Robert Logue. Thank you and have a wonderful holiday.